Oh yes, Chef. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you so much.
Finally, so we'll start by you just introducing yourself to our people. Me, I know you. You're head chef here, but the people that listen to this mostly would love to know the person you are.
Yeah.
So, and that can only come from you.
Thank you so much. First of all, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity.
Yeah.
And my name is Chef Emmason, and I'm commonly known as Chef Emmason.
Yeah.
And I'm the executive chef of the Malaysia restaurant.
Yes. So yeah, let's just start from right there and look into the culinary experience of being the executive chef of a fine dining restaurant. Let's look into the concept of fine dining.
Yeah.
Help us understand what fine dining is in
Mainly,
this way you can understand it.
Mainly, when I talk about fine dining,
Yeah.
I mean sophisticated. I'll call it something that is too sophisticated, something that is exotic, something that is expensive.
Yeah.
So you can have any meal anywhere, but a meal in a fine dining is an expensive meal. The way
It's the expensive.
yeah,
Really? Okay.
they're expensive. And the food is more
Yeah.
on quality, not quantity.
Okay.
Okay. So when you look around all the diners around the globe,
Yeah.
when it comes to fine dining, it's typically something very, very, very different. Yes, the fine dining concept is mainly about how good you are at the markets to present a quality and standardized kind of meal,
Yeah.
and also well costed. These two move hand in hand. If a meal is really well standardized, that means that the meal is well. Yes.
So, most of the times we really get food. It's the presentation
Yeah.
that we are sold when we come to these places.
Yeah.
What about it? What are your thoughts on presentation? Like, why should it matter?
Okay.
Presentation.
Let me ask you something very,
Yeah.
very simple. Do you believe that the eyes eat faster than mouth?
Yes.
So you have to create an impression.
Yeah.
That impression creates class. When you marry it to the impression and the class, trust me, you'll have zero conflict with that meal. And trust me, once your eyes eat
Eat
fast, then
So because light travels even faster than anything else, I think once you get that.
yeah,
So yeah.
good.
So what sets apart
Yeah.
fine dining from all these other types of experiences and dining? Like,
Yeah.
why should I dine fine?
Why should you dine fine? One, it is an experience, as I've told you at the start.
Mm.
And remember, what makes us such kind of setups, there are three things
Yeah.
that I want you to look at. The ambience.
Okay.
After you perfecting the ambience, you perfect the service. After you perfecting the service, you perfect the food. So food comes in eight.
Wait.
Yeah.
So for me to consider myself fine dining,
Yes.
the ambience plays such a big role into what I'm doing.
Yes.
Okay.
It is the ambience. When you come in, that wow that you have, wow, this is a beautiful spot. This is a very beautiful spot. Then after that, imagine you're welcomed with a very beautiful smile. Then the plates wants to come and talk to you.
I see.
Then we incorporate the three into one. Then we're really fine dining. Yeah.
So, what are some of you as Emmason? What are some of those innovations around fine dining you can speak on and be like, this is what I am creating around food to present it to the people. Now, this is because you've also had a bigger experience with doing this. So yeah, because most of the time fine dining was with innovation, right? Innovating around the food, the art. I was talking to a friend of mine before, and he was telling me most of what is actually happening is just the art of presentation is what matters.
Yeah.
So
And I'll tell you one thing: we don't reinvent food. We redefine food. You have to refine food. You cannot reinvent food. Chicken is chicken. I've traveled more than 7 countries, but trust me, chicken remains chicken.
yeah.
Lamb remains lamb. So you cannot reinvent food. What you can do is to refine food. Yes.
So how is it possible that food can be cooked in different ways? Like, what are the techniques? Like, I could taste
Yes.
chicken from here, and it would taste very different from chicken from the one I've cooked myself at home. Yeah.
As I told you, touch with the ambience, the good smile, and again, then the good food. Otherwise. So I often told many chefs around Kampala, Uganda, all over. I've told them that keep the basics right, then you'll have the best meal.
In this
You take
concept,
the
what are the
espresso.
basics? Yes,
You take
yes.
You know that when espresso is served to you when hot, it's really amazing.
Yes.
But when it's served to you when cold,
It's
it's rubbish.
yeah.
So at the end of the day, keeping the basics right, be simple when you're presenting, and serve food on a hot plate that is a basic, and serve it hot for a client. That is where all things have to matter. You know, you've been to a restaurant when you serve cold food. How was your experience?
Very bad.
Thank you so much. So that comes to my simplicity.
Yeah.
Any good restaurant, any good chef has to keep things so simple. So simple, so basic.
The other thing, though, I have realized with food, see, when I leave my home and I want to go to a restaurant to eat, I have calculated my time. The day I want to go to a restaurant, pick up and go. But when we come to restaurants, food takes long to get ready.
Yeah.
So there's that gap of service. Like, doesn't that also affect how I'm actually going to eat the food, since I've gotten the frustration of it taking a longer time?
As I told you at the
Yeah.
start, keep the basics right. Okay? Serve that food on time, keep it simple, and serve it on a hot plate. And serve it hot. Very simple.
What
So
is serving food on top? Yeah.
What we do here is there are systems in the kitchen. So if you're not so keen as a chef to understand that client seated out there needs an experience, a reason as to why people like us are employed is not to cook food, but to make sure that you have the right experience.
Okay.
That is it. And such places don't sell food; they sell experience. That is it. That's why I told you at the start that the three things that you have to embark on. That is the good ambience, the good service,
The service.
the food last.
The service markets the food.
A lot.
I don't know if people.
We chef.
Yeah.
It is you to beat that gap. Remember, professional a la carte
Yeah.
order supposed to take 15 to 20 minutes. But trust me, in 10 minutes you can have a meal of the minutes. Because we are employed to do that. And many people fail to do the basics right. And for us, we embark on the basics.
So, in terms of experience, when you talk about selling experience, is it just presentation, how the food is grouped on a plate, or you have to come and tell me some sweet things? I see when I'm watching a lot of food content, I see chefs doing the most with their clients. Like, how does that then feed into my whole culinary experience?
I'll tell you one thing you have to understand, that there are different clients that want different experiences. A client will have what they call want to have confidence in what they want to have. So he or she will be like, "Can I please talk to the chef to get that comfort?"
That's someone really who understands what
Yes.
is for.
There are many things like allergies. Some people are allergic to peanuts. Some people are allergic to oil.
Yeah.
Some people, there are very many there are very many different allergies within food. So some people would want to have their specifics, right? So once they talk to you, they get that comfort that whatever you're going to give them is top notch, and also understand the level at which you are at. Because anyone can cook, but not anyone can be a chef.
What's the difference between a cook and a chef?
Yeah, there are levels in cookery. Culinary.
Yeah.
That's what they call Commis 1. There's Commis 2, Commis 3. There's a cook. There's a CDP. And there's a demi chef. There's a chef. There's a sous chef. There's
And these just titles.
chef, and there's also an executive chef. Okay, it takes a lot of time growing up within all those kind of
They're like ladders, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
It takes time. Because you might be good at making pizza, but at the end of the day, you can be a commis too.
So what's a commis too?
A commis too is just one starting to be a chef and rhyming so hard to become a cook.
But the common denominator here is everyone can cook the food, right?
Yes, but not everyone can understand food, can detail food. Food is broken down into numbers. As I told you, the reason is why you're supposed to have an executive chef or a food coster is because you need to know when to break even.
Okay. See.
Anyone can cook food, but not that anyone can cost food. No one should lie to you. Food has dynamics. There is starts from the garden. from the garden to the market. The stores. So a chef is supposed to quantify. A reason as to why I'm giving you this produce is because I want this much. That is the reason as to why he is called an executive chef.
Yeah.
Because he will break that food into numbers. And he will tell you, sir, yes, I understand. You my director.
I see
but with this concept, we cannot break even.
That's something really interesting.
So that is
that
where
hosting is so the chef is the business
Yeah.
of the restaurant in this
And
case.
also, but we're all. It's a
Yeah,
chain.
like it's of course all this partnership.
But I will
together,
tell you, I mean, it's all the business. A chef is just a small link in the whole business.
the servers, like the biggest thing. Also the marketing team, I think.
lot.
Yeah,
A
because
lot.
without,
Trust me, without marketing, body. You know what?
but I strongly also believe with restaurant business, the service is the best way to market.
You know the best way to market a product?
Yeah.
Let's do something simple.
Yeah.
Please. I was at Alchemist. Okay?
Yeah.
Someone gave me this, and trust me, it's very, very tasty. Can I please have it? Have a sip? And another person comes to you and tells you, well, guy, nagenze waine guy waina chijuice, wandiseyo.
Yeah.
Which one of the two do you connect to?
The person who tells me nagenze walinga wagai manachi juice.
Nice. That's what I'm trying to work. But a good product.
Yes. So then food. Help me understand food. When I come and eat, say pork ribs, how do I understand that for me to enjoy them best, they should be medium rare, they should be that stuff. Now these days I see people almost don't want to cook their meat. Yeah, like how do I that type of food knowledge?
Yeah.
How do I get to understand that my food is better like this?
Yeah. You know, eating and food depends on how you feel. That is one thing. That is why when the chef comes and approaches you, they'll ask you, what do you really have? What do you want to have? Okay?
Yeah.
We are, at the moment, the industry is, no, not only the industry, but people are exposed. Having a rare steak is no longer a shock in Kampala, Uganda. But back then, a rare steak,
Yeah.
I'm like, no, this is raw meat. Okay? But the most dish, let me say, steak that you will have and enjoy is the medium well done. Let it be a T-bone steak.
So how can it be medium and at the same time it's well done?
It's about the temperature.
Okay.
It has to be brown on the surface, but having the pink surface within. So the temperatures and when you talk about temperatures, each and every meat is supposed to be cooked under different temperatures. That is why the heat that you use while grilling fish is totally so different from the heat that you use while grilling steak.
Yeah.
This is white meat, that was red meat. Okay? So, you as a chef, you have to understand that a client needs a medium well done steak. It means that it has to have a pink surface, meaning that I have to grill it at a minimal heat. I refer to it as amber heat. Okay?
Yeah.
When I grill it under that amber heat, it gives me time to understand the juice, to look at the penetration of the heat vis-a-vis the meat. Okay? And the best meat that anyone can have anywhere as a steak is a medium.
Yeah. So now that one I understand.
Because when you go to a well done steak, that's where your complaints come in. That my meat has been so tough, it has been. Because I call it me as a shoe sole, like it's too tough. Like it's well done. To be honest, it's no juices. Like to be honest. Okay. But a medium, it's done, it's well done. Has a pink surface, has the juices. And trust me, with the juices, we can never go wrong.
How would you... What would you say about the food culture in Kampala? Or you could even go to Uganda at large. I remember I went to Port Potro sometime back. I was at some lodge, and there was this white guy who, the owner of the place, could give you an experience where he does the fish. So you go fish, get the fish, then you come to the kitchen, then you prepare it with him, then he serves it to you. So something like that. But still, I don't see so many people. Even when I'm looking at Instagram or what, so many people really love food that much that they're looking out for such experiences. Yeah. So what is your opinion on the dining culture, the culture itself, the food culture? Because then again, when you look at from the business perspective, almost all restaurants that start with just dining and fine dining transition into bar, because then the bar business seems to make more sense here. So what are your opinions on the food culture?
The food culture, I'll tell you that Uganda is a very fast growing industry in the context of food fraternity. People want to explore as much as they can. That is why you see restaurants like this sell things like cocktails. And people will dine in them.
Yeah.
Things like calamari, things like salmon. But back then, no. But where we're headed, people travel, people land, people want to explore. So it is a very, very virgin kind of experience. I can give an example.
Yeah.
If someone's wakes up in the morning and is like, I'm going to come up with a restaurant in the same locality that where we are, versus our demographics, trust me, someone will be like, no, my death is just like I'm going to open it like for a few months. But trust me, the approach, okay, which matters a lot. The fine dining concept is a hard one. But people, the Ugandans, want to explore. They want to know what is that different thing that we really serve. What is what is that signature that puts you out of the other kind of restaurants?
Yeah.
So what I can only say is that the Ugandan chefing industry and the hotel industry is more people wanting to really discover more. The harder you go, I've seen many people of late into brunch.
Yes.
Back then,
It wasn't a thing at all.
yeah. But if you tell some, hey, I'm having a brunch tomorrow, they'll be like, yeah, please, I'm on that list. No matter the cost, for them, they're willing to come.
Help me understand though, the concept of brunch.
Yeah.
Let me now, since I've gotten an opportunity to have this conversation with you, what is it supposed to be like? It's breakfast and lunch, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But it has very many types of brunch.
Okay.
It's what they call the table de heart brunch. That is what patio does. To be in a patio.
Yes.
It's called the table de heart.
How is that like? Where are they put?
Just a set menu.
Okay.
You brunch on the menu.
Okay.
Like, this item costs this much. Yes, it's a breakfast. One thing that we need to define is brunch. Brunch means breakfast and lunch.
Yes.
So all the items will be drafted, but will be in those margins. That maybe I want a poached egg, will be at this much. Maybe I want an omelette at this much.
Yeah.
Then I will have a T-bone steak at this much. I'll have let me see, a beef Wellington this much. But it's all detailed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That is one. But
That's
there is
what did you call that? The table?
Table de heart.
Table de heart. Okay.
Table de heart branch. But now where people are headed, if you've been at Stonehaven, if you've been at Leisure too, and trust me, wait for the one that is coming from the mains.
Yeah.
It's also going to be called the Bottomless. You just come in, you see food spread all over, different types of cuisines. You feast on crocodile, but you must have that.
Wow. I am very excited now.
Okay.
Yeah.
You feast on the buffalo ribs. Okay? Thinking of the shrimps, the oysters. Trust me, it is a display. It's a showcase of different types of cuisines. By cuisine, I mean.
Yeah.
That's the meaning of cuisine.
Okay.
The cooking style. Different cooking style. You'll see.
So it could be the same food, but different cuisine, right? Yeah.
Yes. You see barbecues, you see the breakfast setup somewhere, you see fruit carving, that's where I'll also have the fish somewhere and a watermelon maybe.
Yeah.
Well, that artistic kind of thing. It's more, it's that experience. And
so why is that bottomless? What's the meaning of bottomless?
Bottomless.
Yeah.
Because you come and really eat each and everything.
Okay.
You just come and feast on each and everything. It is you to feel like, man, now I cannot hold. I'm done. Because it's lunch, it's breakfast, there are barbecues, there are lots of, let's say, cocktails, desserts, top-notch desserts. It is quite a very beautiful experience. But to me, as a chef, I rather go for a bottomless vis-a-vis going for, because it limits my creativity and art.
Okay. So those are just two?
Yes.
What people do. Even though, still back to the culture.
Yes.
I realize that people like to extend the whole brunch concept into the evening time, and they have all these drinks going on. Like Ugandans can only eat that much when they're drinking.
Yes.
Yeah, is that right?
Yeah.
From your experience?
It is. And that's why you see, if you were a neighborhood restaurant,
you
will have numbers in the evening and daytime. You will struggle with breakfast. And it is okay at times. You'll struggle. But in the evening, those will be filled to the peak. Yes, because it's a culture. And it will take time.
Yeah.
For people, because I'm so happy at the moment really people are appreciating more food. food is really good.
But I didn't even know I can come here and eat crocodile meat.
Yeah, we're going to have that in a branch.
Okay.
That is an insight on what is like
Yeah.
at the Malaysia.
That's really dope.
Good.
Now, you as Chef Emmason,
Yeah.
how do you relate to food? How do you start to love food? That I want to now actually become an executive chef and understand food that I want to present it to people, and then they get an experience of that. What time in your life do you realize that, yes, now I am the food guy?
That is what. Quite interesting, man. Okay, I'll take you back. We back then when I was growing up, I wanted to be a priest. That is why I went to seminary.
You definitely look like a priest. That is so true. Yeah.
But on the way, didn't work out for me. In fact, you know what I wanted to be after that? I wanted to be. By that time when we were growing up, there's an invasion of these guys that came in, like Straka Mwezi.
Yes. The entertainment, yes. The late night.
So,
WBS.
Tough beat. So I'm like, now I have to go for my sport. So then at least I can be like
these guys. Yeah.
So after I wanted to be I wanted to be a priest. I wanted to do mass com and be a TV personality or something like that. On the way, after my senior sixers, I was going on with applications here and there. My brother told me, Chef, he told me, Emmason, you need to do something that is hands-on. But I'm like, no, what do you mean? Like, I see a lot of you can be a chef. I'm like, you're a guy, we're food guy. I cannot cook food. Okay? So, it was a series of a lot, because when I start breaking down that story, it's really huge.
Yeah.
Because I was even given money to go and apply food science. You know what I did? I had to go back with a mass com application.
Oh.
Because I never wanted to be. But trust me, with the family and also my brother.
Your brother is also into the food business?
No, he's a statistician. It's called Poetic John Paul. He's a very good statistician. Yeah, so by his guidance, and I don't regret. I just learned to love it. Yes, I just learned to love it. But I'd never dreamt of being a chef.
If you can also drink while doing the podcast. So, how do you, the fact that you didn't want to do food, so you really just decided to do this professionally? You're not like those type of people who say like, passion, then you find your passion, then you develop around it. Yeah? Because, you look like someone who definitely might have loved food while growing up.
No, not really.
So it's very shocking to me when you say it's that.
Really. Yeah. But, there's some things that there's a level whereby the youths at least at times get the how is it called? They fail to understand that there's what they call hobby. Whatever I thought would be good for me was just a hobby. Because I wanted to be an MC. It's just a hobby. But this is what they call reality. Reality for what I am right now. Yes. So I had to think of myself as a chef and also accept the fact that I'm going to be one. So by accepting that I'm going to be one, then I had to go deep into culinary, get to understand, read more, invest more in reading than talking. Because back there,
serious work.
We don't. If you're really good, you're good. If you're not, you're not.
So,
and it's hard to fake.
Who is really good? The guy who gets the salt right, the right ingredients. Because I could Google a recipe and still fail. When I'm at my home on Sunday, usually I'm with this guy. When you want to cook like chicken, you still Google a recipe and something is overly exposed and it doesn't come out like you've seen it. Then you get frustrated, then you just eat.
You know what creates a good kitchen? It trails on only two things: discipline and focus. In interviews, I don't look for someone who's really very good at cooking. I look at someone who's disciplined and focused. Once you're disciplined and focused, you create what they call consistency.
I agree.
If you create consistency, is where we create the 1-star, 2-star, 3-star chefs. It is all about discipline.
So the consistency here is getting your plates right? Getting your stuff right all
So
the
that
time.
someone can come and have the same T-bone today,
Not
the other
tomorrow.
day,
Yeah.
and the other day,
Yeah.
and have
Yeah.
a story
Yeah.
to tell.
That is something I see a lot here that you'd struggle with. Mostly fast foods, right?
Yeah.
You'd go today, pick chicken, then come back next Wednesday. It's different. The taste is different. Then get frustrated.
Yes.
Yeah, and you can even go to as minimal things like just buying chapatis from like a bakery. Today they will taste good. You like them, you go on, but there will be drop in consistency. Is it because people maybe like if they change a head chef and there are no systems in place in the kitchen, does the chef then move with a formula
Okay.
that has been operating?
Let's first define the word chef.
Okay. Yeah.
Chef is it's just a short form of something that means cleanliness, hygiene, and ethics.
And the F?
And food.
Food. Okay.
Cleanliness,
Hygiene, ethics,
and
food. Yeah.
So the food ethics,
So actually the food is the last part.
you know, and someone saying this change of the chef, no, that is a lie. We work by the book. If the book is in the place, then any chef can come and serve. But the inconsistency is brought about by people who are taking cookery as hobbies, not jobs. Because for them, they are here to just do 1, 2, 3 things and go home and rest. But those guys who are going to be here, as I told you, 2 things: discipline and focus. Someone who's focused, though is one, they will first meditate. Like, what did I do wrong? What didn't come? What is the thing that didn't come up to speed? I mean, it's whatever that I did within the day. They meditate. But these other people, you'll find them after cooking. You know. So that is direct.
So that discipline also, yeah.
Discipline is key and focus.
This is like an art you have to perfect. You come back and draw every day and think about.
No.
Okay.
And what brings out a good meal is do the basics right and let Mother Nature be a true artist. Do your part as a chef. Keep it simple. I've told you. Do the simplest marination you can do. Serve food hot. Serve it on a hot plate. And leave Mother Nature to do its part as a true artist. That is it. Let me give an example here.
Yeah.
You've often seen people who are just artists, like pencil artists.
Yeah.
When they're at the age of 25, 23, they will complicate art. But when you reach at the people who have made it and the pinnacle,
the galleries, when you go, yeah, you see simple things. I agree.
As simple as that.
I agree.
Mother Nature.
I agree.
Take its part. What is it?
I agree.
So let me give an example. You look at something like chicken.
Yeah.
Chicken. Why should someone taste chicken that is just like rubber? Or something? Do something basic to it. Present it on a hot plate and serve it. It's of life.
Speaking of like food itself, you as Emmason, have you innovated around? Do you have your own kind of recipes you've created and be like, my chicken with this? Because now I don't know really the culinary experience. I don't know if you have to first understand the birungo and you then go and understand that this will taste like this or whatever. Yeah, you're the guy, the technical guy. But do you have innovations where you're like, I have this recipe and this type of chicken and it's like this? The other thing I actually wanted to ask was on the Caribbean Jack. Why does it have to appear burnt?
Okay.
Let's start there, then we go into your innovation.
They start with the Caribbean.
Yeah.
One, you have to understand this is not it's not a normal cuisine of Caribbean Jack. Caribbean Jack is from the Caribbean world. And you understand the Caribbean countries.
Okay.
If you do the history of Caribbean Jack, you'll understand that the first Caribbean Jack was made on the streets of Jamaica, opposite the American Embassy in Jamaica, on the streets. It's too famous for Caribbean Jack. Just opposite the American, if you travel to Jamaica, you go to American Embassy. Just opposite the American Embassy, there is a line of people doing charcoal grills. The black that you see replicates the originality. It's supposed to be a barbecue.
So it's it's like a barbecue. It's like these guys I see on Google over there in the market.
Thank you.
Okay.
It is supposed to be a barbecue.
Okay.
But the domain we live in and the diversification that has come on board.
Now it makes sense.
At the moment, so we open back.
Okay. So top restaurants
Yes.
got a street concept.
Fantastic. and had to put it in the modern market.
And put it in modern markets.
Yeah.
Now it's appreciated. Yeah,
Yes.
that makes sense. Yeah,
Yeah,
makes
that
sense.
is-
So yeah, something like that is like an innovation. Yeah. So that's the same. That jumps into the other previous question of, can you come up with your own formula of stuff and then make that standard?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you understand food. Let's say I hosted you to like a private party of mine, and just give us a chef experience that's just yours. I'll not come to the mess and find it. I'll not go to anywhere else and find it. Something just you, and I'll appreciate it.
One will tell you that you cannot vet, you cannot innovate in food, but you can redefine.
Food. Yes. This. Yeah.
I can try to redefine. I can redefine. That's why you will see same chicken called chicken breast.
Yeah.
Tomorrow I will name it chicken thigh.
Chicken cutty.
Thigh.
30. Okay.
That's why you'll find something like a bulletin, and I'll call it film bulletin. That is just redefining food. But trust me, there's principle, there's originality amidst each and every cuisine that we handle. But me as a chef, I'll tell you that I'll redefine basing on what you want to have as an experience. Okay? As I've told you at the start, chicken will be chicken though you travel in.
But there's one when you taste food and you fail to even get the type of meat you're tasting, but it's really nice.
That is what's pricing at times. And also at times, people coming up with different redefinitions of what they're doing.
Oh, okay.
That is why I'm telling you these different names. Because people redefine meals on a daily. They redefine meals. Yes.
What goes into the naming? Okay, no. Sorry.
No, yeah.
What goes into the naming?
In the naming,
Yeah, like
it is that added touch that
Okay.
brings out. And at times, it's originality. I can give an example. There's a type of chicken called Jono torso chicken.
Okay.
That was created many years ago.
yeah.
But these guys were really, it was amidst the war zone that someone was like, man, let me try out this. With us, we had to go on with the recipe till date. It's called Jono torso. But it's the guy who made it. It was called torso. It was a Japanese guy. Till date. So naming is it's something that is created by different experiences, different chefs. That in actual sense what you really want to get here.
I remember, in fact, speaking of now like experiences, do you remember Salt Bay?
Yeah.
There was that era of Salt Bay. This guy was just throwing salt in some funny way, and then he became famous for just doing that. Yeah. Then now I see in restaurants, there's that whole culture of dancing for me on my birthday and bringing my food with people dancing, all that. So is this advised from like perspective of someone who will enjoy the food the most, or it's just a marketing strategy of someone feeling comfortable in a place?
Remember, I'll take you back to the three things that make up an experience. That will lead you to pay 300 grams of steak at 45 UGX.
Yeah.
50. A T-bone steak at 75,000 UGX. Okay? It is one, ambience,
Yeah.
good service, and what? The ambience, what they're trying to do, dancing for you, is the service. Those smiles, trust me, though the meal would be medium, not up to standard, but with those smiles and that dancing to you, will put it off. And trust me, the stress that you came with will end there, and you rest in a restaurant.
Right.
Yeah.
So you as a chef, what do you enjoy most
Yes,
in the kitchen?
in the kitchen.
Yeah.
One, I enjoy seeing those plates coming back empty for the chef.
Whenever you see food on a plate, you're disappointed.
Whenever I see food moving out, presentations on point, I normally come and stand at the bowing and observe. Whenever I see people smile, that builds me up on the day.
Yeah, yeah.
And I feel like I have to think harder. I have to create harder.
How to keep the smile.
Yes.
Those people's faces.
And whenever one comes and like the food, they've been amazing. Keeps me moving. But even at times they also say the food wasn't all that good. It's not what we expected.
Yeah.
But it's okay. That also gives me some good time to go back door and do a lot of research. So that I can better myself as a chef and also better the vicinity and also the company at large. Yes. Because I'll tell any chef out there, if you are a yes chef, and if you are a chef who waits for only positive
Yeah.
feedback, then you're going to die. negative feedback is very, very good for a chef. Why? It's it triggers you to go hard to understand that you're not there. You're not there. And to the chefs out there, I've seen that people coming up with feedback, and chefs are like, "Every time I come to Manchayagala." No. That is a lie. I'm Manchayagala.
But no. Chef.
Yes.
I really can move into a restaurant. Not like me.
Yes.
I can move into a restaurant and I don't really understand what I want to eat.
Yes.
So when I look at the menu, the most familiar things is what I'll like look onto. However, there could be better dishes, but I'll be maybe threatened by the names. I'll be scared by the things I see that are added onto. Also, I'm a humble man that has grown here, a little bit exposed, but not so much. So there is that. I am still not open to the idea of just being adventurous and eating just anything, because again, I don't want my stomach to come. So I could fail to define what I want.
Yes, I also take you back where we started. The reason that's why we employ is to come and explain to you and give you details of each and everything that you is on that menu. So unless you're telling me that at this level you cannot understand beef.
I get you. Beef is beef. Yeah.
You understand beef. So why don't they cook it the way you want it?
Okay. Yes, that makes sense then.
Yes, that is it. And the current dominion that we live in, people are exposed. And if I want a steak with minimal salt, I want it well done. Okay? I've told you with minimal salt. And for you, put a lot of salt. At the end of the day, you say, I don't know. I don't know what you like. No. That is it. People know what they like and they know what they want. And they will tell you, all the feedback that you get is reality. And it helps you grow as a chef. Any stagnant chef is stagnant because they don't take feedback serious. But if you take feedback serious, you will grow very, very much in this.
So now that you've traveled in some different parts of the world, right?
Yes.
What are some of those experiences you've seen elsewhere and you feel like they're missing here? Some of the things you think, we're not doing in terms of food, or just us the people are missing out. Maybe we're not getting, maybe because we're ignorant and we're not demanding of them from the people doing the businesses to create them. What are some of those things you point out and be like, okay, this would work? Help me compare food cultures in this question. That is what I'm really looking at.
In Malaysia, we saw what they call a full moon party. Okay, full moon party. I think that is the experience of really that song. Many people have tried it out, but
what's a full moon party?
Full moon party. It was held in Malaysia. That's Tanay pancake. Pancake. But you just go there, you reserve a ticket, you go there, you come from really good meals. Just people just showcasing different types of cuisine. I'm from Africa. This is African corner. This is the European corner. Such an experience. I think it's only the missing link as of now. But what I see is that there's a lot of growth in Uganda in terms of the food industry. The fact that people can really go fine, that means that we are really growing.
Are people really going fine?
People are really going fine. So the fact that people are going that way, and people, it was hard back then to sell, like I told about crocodile made, I'll say lobster tails. It was hard back then. Ngomuntu yayagala katogoke. Ayagala kaliya kanyama kaliya kasik. But right now someone can be like, no, I'm not going to dine. Let me take my family out. Cultures are, diversifying. So I believe we're really on the right track. Just the chefs to really go hard on their careers, think so much, and also think out of the box.
Challenges.
Yes.
What are some of those challenges you think you've experienced in your time of doing this? Yeah.
It's really so funny. I believe the expertise. Challenging.
I know what you're saying.
Never. Why should I really even accept that? To be honest, no. That one I'll be open.
I like that mantra. In fact, now that this now jumps away from a bit from the food to now you as Emmason.
Yeah.
How are you inspired to do what you do?
Yes.
Yeah.
I follow the right chefs. I've followed the likes of Pierre Marco. I've followed Marcus. I've followed Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah, I follow Ramsey a lot.
You know, I follow a lot of chefs, even the Salt Bay, because it's one guy who really introduced the golden steaks that I would also want to introduce sometime. Okay, I really follow.
How does that work? So the food mixed with silver things.
Food is
Then
all about-
health. Let's talk about. Okay, first, let's first finish. I
Okay.
don't want to cut you short. From,
Okay.
Yeah, your
So
question.
I follow those people, and what I can also tell you about the mix is that food is all about chemistry. If you know. The alkalines, look at the acidity.
Yeah.
Look at the different temperatures. That is why each and every meal has an equation, has a backbone. That is why I talk about something called posting. It has a backbone. A Caribbean jack will always be a Caribbean jack.
Yeah.
Eating it here, eating it anywhere, all over the globe, it will be Caribbean jack. And it will be the centers. A touch of cinnamon, a touch of herbs, okay? Red Bull and chili, all over. The systems, the different equations. So that is it, generally.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Quite
Once you
interesting.
balance it wrongly, is when you see a lot of salt, too much spicy. But if the equation is well balanced, then that's when you're going to have something that is exquisite.
And then that doesn't. Okay, here in Uganda, people are really fit and healthy. Yeah, you don't see a lot of people obese or whatnot. People maybe don't eat so much of the fast foods, like in America. But when you spoke of Salt Bay, I remembered he does those golf things. So, from a health perspective, do you think it's wise to mix food with the plates? Because they cut the meat while it's in the plates and they serve it like that.
Would you want to have an experience?
Yes, definitely.
Just check the experience.
Interesting. Yeah.
Just go for the experience. The
Yeah.
rest will be history.
Now, as I think we conclude,
Yeah.
in the dining world, what sort of legacy do you want to see or leave behind? What's your contribution? Or maybe you could have maybe done it already, or something you're building onto from just a food world. Like, how do you want to be remembered?
I want to be remembered.
Yeah.
Oh,
What's your contribution to?
I want to be the guy who really change lives. Change life in a perspective that you come knowing nothing, but by just talking to me, you really learn it. I want to be that guy that has really managed to change life. Lives and lives and lives. That's why when you go to my kitchen each and every day, I have a tray. Each and every, because I feel like I want to help. I want to teach the world. I want the world to get to understand that, yes, Ugandans can also do it. They can also be the greatest chefs in the world. And my dream is, in the next 2 years,
Yeah.
I want to be the best chef in Africa.
Oh,
In the
wow.
world. That is it.
That's
But
dope.
for the first 1 year, I want to be the best chef in Uganda. That is it. And I'm so
So
focused.
being the best chef in Uganda
Yes.
means this place has to sell out.
Definitely. And it's doing so. And we're growing rapidly and very, very fast. Because of the discipline, the focus, the consistency. And also our approach to business is too different. As other people really look at a client as being number one. First, it's really strictly. It's the other way around. We look at an employee as being number one.
Yeah.
Was that employee is paid on time? Okay? Has a very beautiful welfare menu. They'll come with the smiles. And they'll extend those smiles to you. At the end of the day, we shall break even. That is why I tell you that our approach to business is totally different
Yeah.
from other times.
I see that. Also, it's really the ambience is dope, man. And
Thank you so much for that.
I am coming here for a date on Sunday. Yeah. So we'll just plan that after the podcast. But yeah, thank you, Emerson, for doing this with me. I don't know if you have any questions. Usually on this podcast,
Yeah.
people ask also right after we're done.
Yeah.
Then I try and answer.
Yeah.
From any field, or anything you think you wanted to hint on and we have not.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I would say
Yeah.
that's really been a very wonderful thing. And I'll tell you one thing that, first of all, before even telling anything, that I made this for why me?
Okay.
That really gave me that authenticity and also gave me the courage to be known by someone like you, who really can give me these hours talking to you.
Yeah.
It really means a lot.
Yeah, but to me, really though, it's because of my interactions with you and also the food I've eaten. So my interactions with you and how you've done things. This is just
you've interacted with many because you were.
yeah. I've interacted with so many people.
All those. Why me? You getting me?
Yeah, let me try and just give you some
Yeah.
dose of that.
Yeah.
It's my interaction and how you pay so much attention to detail on things, from like presenting an idea and what just keeps blowing me away. Yeah. Like, yes, you're that organized to the details. So I felt like people need to hear from your mind about this culinary experience. That's why, yeah.
Yes, and I'll tell people that one of the days, you know, the challenge with these industries is that either with plan. I want you to also research about it. The one you going P7, the one you going senior for,
Walai. I remember that is a conversation to actually have. Thank you for bringing it even back.
You see?
Yes.
Yeah, well,
Yes.
but right now, I'm telling
Yes.
you this, that someone can really have their good books, smart, too intelligent, and they decide to do food science and do a diploma in catering and institutional catering, and also go as hard as doing a master's.
Masters, yes. Now, okay, of course, now I'm MM expert. I've seen some friends who have really invested into the understanding the whole culinary. They get their masters and they're about it. But that was the society thing.
You know?
Like,
Back
one
then,
cook.
lengua, basula mwana, alimede doksum. So they used to take it as a bad, but right now it's a main domain. I will give you an example. If you really have a sample of grown-up ladies, I mean, it's that sample. Two of them are into Digo and one is into cake.
Yes.
Right.
Not lying.
Thank you.
That's it. That's it.
You
Deco and baking, yes.
You know,
That's what they're
that is
doing.
it.
Yeah, yeah.
So at the end of the day, the hospitality industry is growing rapidly around Kampala, Uganda. And I would want each one listening today to understand that Ugandans are also good at hospitality. Because I believe a good chef, why chefs in Uganda really struggle a lot, because a good chef, people believe, is supposed to be out of UG.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Because of maybe pay gaps and restaurants, yeah. Again, like you said, from the roots down, people think
Yeah.
they would send a failure to do the chef thing.
Yes.
So when you come and rise into the restaurants, that is possibly the mentality of people that, like, okay, I know this guy has been about this, maybe not so much experience, and they're just going to be in the kitchen. So I feel like there's that stigma, people not understanding the food. Yet the food business is actually the biggest business.
Yes, a lot.
When you think about it.
Yes.
So
Also, cannot sleep on an empty stomach.
that's so true. Yeah.
You can't, unless you struggle and at least have something. Yes, and I'll tell you also why. When you meet around chefs, you will meet one, two, the third one is a Kenyan. Do you know why?
That's also true.
Do you know why?
Yeah.
Do you know why?
No.
Because the first cookery school, professional cooking school in Africa, not only in Uganda, in Africa,
Is in
is in
Kenya.
Kenya. That is the one thing that is normally referred to as Utali.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, that is it. For them, they adopted it very fast. And it was not all about the levels, the what. It was all about the energies, the love of
And the love of food.
Yes.
Yeah. I say, yeah.
But with that kind of really, I want to tell Ugandans that here, Ugandan chefs are really good. They also understand.
They're really good, man. Yeah, I've eaten from here. All my best people, I want to bring them here because of the fact that this place is really good. Yeah. Thank you, my good friend. This was amazing for me. I'll let you know, release it and share it with you.
Okay. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
All right.
Nice. So good.